Today I'm making popovers. So to start this recipe, I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, just sifted into a bowl. And when I say sift, you can use a little strainer, whatever you have. That's the dry ingredient part of this list, right? Now to that, we're gonna add our wet ingredients. First, just 2 eggs, and I give those a light whisk, just to break them up a little bit. 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. And 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Not too much, not too little. Just give those wet ingredients a gentle stir. Wet goes into dry. So again, the 2 eggs, 1 1/4 cups of milk, and then here I have 1 tablespoon of butter that I'm just gonna add in, melted and just slightly cool. Still pretty warm, but not boiling hot, and just stir that in. Now, we don't wanna overwork the flour in this recipe. We want the bite on this popover to be as tender as possible. You'll see a few lumps of flour, don't stress it. I took some extra melted butter and just brushed the butter on the bottom and the sides of these muffin tins. I fill each one about 3/4 of the way. So I preheated the oven to 425 degrees. That is hot. We want these popovers to puff up, so the first part of the baking is really high temp to get a big puff out of these. So I'm gonna bake them at 425 for about 12 minutes. And don't be fooled, because they look done, but they need longer to cook. All right? So in the oven we go. Ooh la la. Look at that. Got a couple more here. Aren't they beautiful? These smell so good. Now, right when they come out of the oven, right, you wanna just give them a little, just gently poke them with a paring knife to allow some of that steam on the inside to escape. So you literally just turn them out. And you hear that sound? And steam is escaping from them. And they have a beautiful crust. And you're never gonna wanna eat toast again. So I made a pear jam with some warm spices, allspice, cinnamon, just gently cooked, diced up pear, really good, really simple. And so I just made some homemade butter by whipping sour cream and cream together until it became butter. And then I mixed in some toasted sesame. Oh boy, this is like a nut butter. But if you're allergic to nuts, you can have this butter. The sesame's so nutty and butter. Take a nose bath, man. Enjoy what you made. We took 4 simple staples, we mixed them together, put a little bit of that butter. And when you put the butter on them, they're hot out of the oven, the butter melts right on top. And then a little bit of this pear jam. And you can vary it seasonally, right? You could have blueberry jam in the summer, pear jam in the fall.